cut me off if you want to talk today. Let's see, we're live on YouTube as well, so we're all there. Well, welcome to Rick's Life as I See It, Wednesday edition. It's the only day we do nowadays. Hold on a minute, I get comfortable in my seat. All right, said welcome everybody. Just biding some time here to see if anybody shows up. But another glorious Wednesday today. Sun's out, up around 80 degrees. So I mean, with Memorial Day, had a very quiet weekend myself. It's well, I'm only going to mention it again when people get here. But Rob, last Wednesday, I mentioned to you that I dropped my vehicle off at my cousin's on last Saturday, I think it was, or Sunday, whatever day it was last weekend. As of today, he still hasn't worked on it. He drove it to his workshop, and that's where it sat for the last 9 days.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I mean, the price is right, but I dropped him things saying it needs to get done. I need it. I got doctor's appointments and stuff I need to go to, But I know what he wants, see, because the work he's doing he's only been paid for half of it so far. Right? And the deal was, I'll give you half now and half when we get paid, which is this coming week. Right? And he said no problem. But I think he's waiting for the other half before he starts on it. That's what I got a feeling. It's all about money, But he did say plus he's putting other vehicles ahead of me. It's like that thing is, because I'm family, he thinks he can get away with that. You know what I'm saying? What's the saying goes? Familiarity, is that how you pronounce it? Breeds contempt. Somebody well, and you take them for granted, basically. Oh, yeah, put him on the back burner. We'll get this one, thinking we're not going to worry about it. And I think that's what's happening. Last time he done this to me, I mean, I'm almost 7. Well, I'm 69, aren't I? I will be, I think. Anyway, I'm up there. He's in his 40s. I don't want to call his mother. I've done that before. And next thing you know, what he had to get last time he was working on my car, the car got done. It was amazing. The day after I called his mother, my car was fixed. But I shouldn't have to do that, So anyway, that's been my fun. So I haven't gone anywhere in 9 days. I've been sitting here, watching TV, doing
the whole lot nicer than I am, Rick.
Yeah, well,
I'd be pissed about that. Like, why didn't you could have dropped it off in 2 weeks or something? I mean, if it was you could still get to the store with it or something. I mean, I'd kind of, I don't know, man. I mean, I get it, your family and this and that, but
yeah, I know. I mean, you're right.
I'd be a pissed off dude, especially your only vehicle. I mean, if you had another vehicle, that's somewhat different. But damn, man.
Well, see, I mean, we got her vehicle that she drives, right? And I guess that's in the back of his mind too. Well, in his mind, there's 2 vehicles. mine and hers, But she drives her, I drive mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
I don't know, man. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if an emergency come up, I could drive her van. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. But I don't, I've been keeping myself busy. I said I've been catching up on my YouTube. I haven't seen in ages. Messing around with the old model railroad. I've been doing stuff. I've been doing a lot of reading. I don't know if young people know what that is nowadays. But actually something physical in your hands to read. This is the old gun magazine that I got. Came in the mail a couple of days ago, and yeah, so I'm hoping. Now, what he did say today was working on it tomorrow. He claims that he's had a vehicle on the lift in his workshop for the last 9 days. And he's finally got it done, and so mine can go up there. What he should have done was called me and say, "Hey, the lift is free. You want to bring it over now?" Which, since I don't work, I could take it any time. You know what I'm saying? And I could have found a ride home somewhere from all these cousins I have. So,
yeah.
But anyway,
that's
where we're
at. Got a saying in the military, well, at least where I learned it, but yeah, it goes something like friends and family will fuck you first. So, sometimes you got to be a little cautious,
Yeah. I mean, I went to him because the price was right. I mean, if you took it to a garage, putting on those front bearings, how much would that cost me?
It depends. And it depends on your area. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't want to throw numbers out because your area is probably way different than mine. So
I mean, labor around here is somewhere around between $80 and $100.
Yeah. Here,
so, I don't know what the book says for changing out wheel bearings. I mean, I know I reckon I reckon you're looking at $300 or $400 in labor minimum to get that job done.
Maybe, depending on where you go. And but they usually charge you more for parts. A lot of times they don't want you to bring your own parts because they insist on upcharging you for the same damn parts, and there won't be warranty. They'll say blah blah blah. So I don't know. Around here, there's shops anywhere. I've seen it as low as like 75. It sounds crazy, but nowadays, but they're anywhere from about 100 to 200, depending on what type of vehicle. So anything special, you're up towards that 200 mark, but regular cars somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, and that would be okay if it's going to take them an hour. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen it be at that.
Well, it probably would take an hour or less, but it does depend what the book states for it. So because they're gonna hit you for whatever that is, and honestly, I don't know. So I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't either. But but back to what you're saying, the parts. I mean, a set of wool bearings, housing, or whatever they call them. I got them off Amazon. It wasn't the cheapest. It wasn't the most expensive. It was under $100. Right? Up there at the car place, O'Reilly's and CarQuest and one other place I called, they wanted almost $200 for the same goddamn item.
And then there would have been an upcharge on that, even though garage got what they call the mechanic special, where they get a deal on the parts and usually get them delivered as well. So, so normally it's not the best part. They get it real cheap, and you pay a little bit above going rate for it. Well, a bit above going.
Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're at. So hopefully I'm hoping I'll have my firearm. I'm glad there's not a firearm left in the vehicle. But I should have my vehicle back hopefully in the next day or two. That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see. But I mean, if I'm going to call him again tomorrow, I'm going to keep on him now to make sure he gets it done. I'm going to call him every day. I didn't call him every day. I called every 2 or 3 days, say how's it going and stuff. But I sent him a text yesterday. We talked to him today, so I will, talk to him again tomorrow. I'll keep on him. So that's all I can do. Or, I could go say, give me my goddamn car back and my money, right? And leave and try to find somebody else. But I'm at that stage where, I've gone this long. I might have to go another day or two. So, I don't know. That's
I mean, you could call the local sheriff and tell him about how he strong-armed the vehicle out of you and took it without your permission, stole your car, and that when they pick him up and ask if you want to press charges, you can give him a look and say, well, if he wants to fix it, I won't press charges. And then the next thing you know, it's done for free. But he probably won't work on your car again.
No. I don't know. The only reason I chose him was because my friend Terry, he just can't do that stuff anymore. He's old like I am. You know what? He's got a bad back, bad knees.
Yeah.
He's finding it hard too. And he's a big old boy like me too. You know what I'm saying? So he's got bad back, bad knees and shit, getting up and down. Basically, he only works on his own and his immediate family now.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, he knows my back and hips are worse than him. Not by much, but here, if I ask him, he will do an oil change for me, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But any mechanical stuff, I don't even ask him now. Because I think I don't want to, he's my friend, not my mechanic. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. That's cool. If you're in an emergency, a jam or something, he'd probably offer to help you out or something.
Yeah.
Every time, you need a blinker change or anytime anything comes up, you're calling him. That might get a little old. But.
Yeah, and that's also what hurt him as well. One of the guys that used to hang out with us, he doesn't hang out with us anymore because he told him to stay away. He never wanted to see him again. Every day he had something. If it wasn't a vehicle, it was something else. He wanted or borrow a tool or every day, and he just said, I'm tired of it, So, of course.
Yeah, some people will do that too. Yeah. Those are those people that got a full pack of cigarettes but ask you for one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not only me, but everybody that my buddy used to help, we're the ones that suffer because he's not doing it now. But there you go. But that's okay. I said he's my friend, not my mechanic anyway. So, but as you said, for argument's sake, if my this car broke down, say I'm in Jasper or something like that, he would hook up his trailer and come and get me. He's that kind of guy.
That right there is worth a lot. Just that alone. So especially if you're one of us type people that don't do the new vehicles with the, full coverage, tow package or whatever. So that means a lot. So I got a friend that was willing to come halfway across the country to pick me up, but
Yeah,
thankfully it wasn't needed. So, but yeah,
yeah.
those are rare. So hold on to those.
Yeah, you're right. But that's where we're at. So, I'm in the meantime, I'm going to start looking around. I might even ask him, my friend, does he, know anybody else that does car work that's,
Yeah,
you know, that will, reasonable, you know? So because
yeah,
I
it's
said one of
probably a
his
good
guys.
idea because he can judge who's actually decent and who's not, who's,
Oh yeah, I
overcharging
mean
everybody,
yeah,
who does shit work. I get people asking me similar questions, not about cars, but stuff in my
yeah,
field sometimes when I can't do stuff. Well, who would you refer? It's like, well, yeah, it depends who's working on what crew now, to be honest with you. So kind of hard to tell because it's really not a company around here. It's who's working where. That's
yeah,
really what matters. Even same with mechanic shops. You can have one where they always treated you fair, everything was great. They turn over people and they're over there trying to beat you over the head. You know what I mean? And then people get pissed and they're searching for a new place. It's just depends who's working where. So
yeah, yeah. So anyway, so anything new with you on the? I'm trying to get it back off the cars, back onto
oh yeah, yeah.
firearm or feel like that. But anything new with you in the firearm department? New gun? Think too?
No, I was almost gonna go today to go shooting, but because I'm still on babysitting duty for the lady, so she's had a surgery
Oh
about
yeah,
2 weeks
yeah.
now. Yeah.
You're still taking
So,
care of her, huh? What's she?
yep.
What's she doing? Milking it?
No, she's trying. I got her out to the park yesterday. She's got limitations on how much she can walk and shit like
Yeah,
that. Of course, she
yeah,
thinks she's Superwoman. Wants to go out today. She's all bouncing around, and then 20 minutes later, she's like, "I don't feel so good." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's what
yeah.
I
I know.
thought." Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's like I had to tell her no. We wanted to go to this park that was big, no vehicle access anywhere. I was like, "You're gonna get halfway out there, have a problem, and I can't even carry you back because it's gonna hurt you. Like, what the hell are we supposed to do? What am I supposed to drive through the park to pick you up?" I'm like, "No, we're not going." I've had
of
to be
course,
the asshole.
you're the bad guy now because
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
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 but then again, like 20 minutes later, she needed an ice pack to go lay down. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah, like you think you're better. She's going stir crazy in the house. I'm going stir crazy. Shit. So,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah. So now I tweaked my back earlier. I gotta, I don't typically have back problems or, what they call black problems, but
yeah.
man, I tried moving this heavy ass my sink. Uh, Another one I got back or whatever. It's one of them like Kohler steel with the ceramic on it and shit,
Oh
tube
yeah,
A.
okay, yeah, yeah,
It's son of a bitch is heavy,
yeah,
Usually I just manhandle it, ain't a problem. Well, I'm just trying to move it like 2 feet. So I just try to like slide it and do a little push thing. Fuck my back up. Sorry
yeah,
about the lane, but the stupidest shit. If I just would have picked it up like a damn man, it wouldn't have been a problem. But here I am trying to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
tweak my shit up, man.
But also, you're not getting any younger either. So you know
Yeah, yeah, it's true. And
your
I've
joints
been
aren't and muscles
not
aren't.
doing a whole lot lately, besides, everything for her.
Taking care of me.
So,
yeah, yeah.
bunch of crap, man. But
So
this has been life lately. Little things. Had to go do a patch job for a neighbor guy, which telling me a funny story. He was at the local store. He's Puerto Rican, heavy, heavy accent. There's a little corner store where the guy down there is like Indian or something. you know, and ICE is supposedly in town, you know. So the dude down at the store is like, "Hey man, be careful, you know, you better watch out." And then this guy, he gets all offended and shit. He's like, I'm Puerto Rican, like we're part of America, like you know, like you better watch out." It was pretty funny listening to this old guy be all pissed off. He's like, "Thinks I'm illegal? Like he better watch himself." It's just funny. You know, the stereotypes, finger pointing, everybody just assuming shit. The craziest stuff.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, it's not right, but it happens more than people realize that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean,
people probably just assume or they don't know any better, you know, in some cases.
I'm sure there is one or two Muslims out there that are decent people. You know? But 98% of them fall in the other category.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends what type, in my opinion. So
yeah,
there's a couple different types, and let's see, at least two of them are sketchy, I think. 2 out of 3. So in my opinion. So I don't know. But yeah.
See, the price of gas is dropping.
Good. Good, yeah. Nah, actually I did notice it was down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's going
the last time I filled up, but still like 450 or something.
Oh yeah, it's still up there, but it's
450
coming down. It's coming down slower than it went up. But the price of crude, you know, the barrel crude oil is going down. You know, because they say, you know, because the conflict or war, whatever you wish to call it, is coming to an end, and that's why the price is dropping. You know, but also what's helping us on a political side here is what in the hell country was it? The Middle East there, that OPEC, who control how much oil is let out on the market all the time, how many barrels, right? So they for back in the 70s, they controlled because they had the biggest oil in the world, and so they controlled like how many millions of barrels get released a day, which would keep the price inflated. You know, because people wanted it, so we paid the price for it. Well, one of those countries, one of them's left and said, "I ain't doing this no more." Right? Why? I don't know. But then I think another country's thinking of doing the same thing. So that's crashing the oil market. It's going to be like free trade, you know, the way it should be to start with. So I'm just
hopefully. I mean, I don't like the idea. You know, I guess maybe I've never really understood it, but supposedly oil's priced globally and not, you know, nationally or something. So, but the way I've seen it is, you know, if we pump our own, what the hell are we paying global prices for?
Exactly. That's what I've been saying all along.
So, to me, that I don't know. Maybe, you know, there's probably stuff I don't understand, but it seems, you know, basic to me, and at least from what I can see. So I don't know.
Yeah. You know.
Now, speaking of oil, I know you wanted to get off cars, but figured bring this up just in case anybody's panicking. But I know there's a lot of stuff about oil, like a motor oil crisis out there and stuff. You know, it's online. People are saying there may be a shortage, blah, blah, blah. I've seen one of the channels, carreports.com, I think it is, but basically saying it's pretty much a bunch of shit. Don't worry about it. It's group 3 oils. So unless you have like a brand new car, it takes that 017 or something like that, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So all the rest of the oil is still fine. It's just the high grade 3 or whatever the hell they call it oil.
Yeah, but if you're going to have a shortage of oil,
like
if you're going to have a shortage of motor oil, you know, for your vehicles, it's not just going to be an oil shortage. It's going to be a gas shortage because gas is a byproduct of them making the motor oil.
Yeah, well, I guess it goes back to something to do with that type of refinery that does the grade 3 that they've had problems with, or was blown up or fires or some shit. But
Well, see,
all the
that's where it
basic
comes
stuff,
to
1030,
owning.
530, all
Yeah.
available.
See,
So
you
don't let them gouge you.
drive old cars like us, and you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Hell yeah, my truck will take vegetable oil, bacon grease. It don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. So, yeah, but I mean, and when you think about it, oil, everything, what 95% of products are made with oil. I mean, your polymer guns made out of oil. That's what plastics are made out of.
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of stuff is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, plastics, oil's in a lot of stuff. So there we go. Anyway, I was with all my reading and watching YouTubes and stuff, I haven't really paid that much attention. I gotta find me some new channels, gun channels, because the ones I used to watch really don't interest me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got some where I
Yeah.
got them. I'm subscribed to them, so they show up in my feed. But there. Oh hell, I would say 80% of them. I see that they made a new video, whatever, and I don't even bother watching it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll click on it, and I'll sit there for about 10 minutes, and I'm going, why did I ever watch this guy for? And I go off and something else. Instead of I don't unsubscribe though in case I miss something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of that. It's changed online. The whole gun community, content stuff, whatever. In my opinion, I guess
it has.
A lot of people are jumping over to other platforms because of less regulation. I think a lot of people left because of money. And then, it's probably a combination. People outgrow it. Like you said, you've
I
seen
think
things
that's what's
so many
happened to me. I've
times, you lose
outgrown
your
a bunch of
interest.
these.
Yeah. So it would be nice. I've been complaining for the longest too. All the what I would consider entertaining shows, are kind of lacking now. So
Yeah.
in some cases, so I don't know. And then everything's so damn PG too. I mean, it's one thing I liked with G23 was running his show. Like a PG show is fine. Like Travis P11, he had everything all scheduled and stuff, and it was good. There was flow of guests. I mean, but now everybody's, I don't know. We don't. It's definitely changed, and we don't even have a like real hangout show anymore. Like everybody's, too goddamn scared to be seen with a beer in their hand or say something funny or
absolutely
laugh
I
about
agree with
something.
you.
I don't know. It's getting kind of crappy. So I mean, a couple times I've considered doing my own damn thing, but at this point, I'm not. Things change for me on my end, so I'm not set up for it yet. So maybe at some point when I am, I could consider it, but who knows? I don't know. Like I said, a lot of things have changed and the flow switched up, so it's a little depressing though. I can tell you that I've been watching a lot more documentaries or listening to, than the normal stuff.
What bothered me is because last week I didn't have my car, so I haven't gone shooting, and I haven't shot anything this week. I don't want to fall back into that rut again. We were getting to where I was shooting something, even if it was only shooting a couple of magazines. I was doing it, and I was planning on next time I went, I was going to take the old. Mind you, I haven't shot the actual AR-15 since I built the 308. So I might take the AR-15 and shoot it next time I go over there.
Yeah, I got to do the same. Although I'm still low on my stock or ammo for it, but I've got an amount. But
See, if
as
you
far as
reloaded, you wouldn't have this problem.
yeah, as far as just range ammo, that's where I'm a little lacking. So
yeah, I mean that's another thing. What you're talking about being so politically correct and stuff. I mean, you don't know. Talking about reloading, you don't know what you can say, what you can't say, what you can show, what you can't show. It's pretty sad, really.
yeah, a lot of those have jumped to another platform, but
yeah, but see,
I think
I
the
understand.
problem with that is it's low numbers. So
exactly.
I mean, it's fine for hangout or something or whatever, but if you're seems like it's low numbers and you got
as much
lazy
as we
people
hate
like
it
me
over
that
here, much as we hate it over here, this is where everybody's at. If you're going to pick up new, if you're trying to find new people, this is where you're going to find them. They're not hanging out on those other platforms. They're hanging out on YouTube. That's where you're going to get your new subscribers from. No, that's my opinion anyway. But Gun Channels is on the right now, as you said. I'm growing. I've changed. My outlook and what I'm looking for and stuff. So, but I need to get back in. I need to go shooting again. So I'm hoping I get my car back in the next day or so. I can go over to my friend's house and shoot. Oh, he cleared the tree out the way, so we got our 150-yard range back. We never did get to. The winter was colder than we thought it was going to be this year, so we never got out there to get the 300-yard one done. But he did mention it a couple of weeks ago, last time I was over there, that he hadn't forgotten, and he still plans on doing it. Even if he said, what I'm thinking of doing now, instead of like clearing a whole bunch of space, he said, I'll just go down with the old chainsaw and shit and clear a shooting, like a shooting lane all the way down for 300 yards.
Yeah.
Let all the trees and shit grow up each side, but just have a straight shot down there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, as long as it's a secure property or not somewhere where the neighbor kids are going to wander through playing tag or something. But
no.
And I would assume they're not going to do that if they're hearing shooting going on. But you know what I mean. So
yeah. Mind you, talking about being, can't even think. He's even taken down some of his signs he had nailed to his trees as you drive up his driveway. Like, you sure you want to come this far? And the other one's like, my best friend is a 44 or something, no warning shots and that kind of stuff. He's taking all them down. I said, why?
Yeah.
He said, the way the world is today, And he said, I don't care about it. He has no time for the government or anything, but he says, he said, why bring trouble on myself?
Mm-hmm.
He said,
I understand that.
He said he will go back up eventually, when
well, legally they can be an issue. I can't speak for your state, but I know my state, anything like that could be an issue. Prosecutors can, that try to push it as you're just itching to shoot somebody, it wasn't necessary, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Type stuff.
Yeah.
So they just, it's more stuff for them to try to throw up to a jury. So that's what I've been notified, because I've got a sign. Actually, I've got a couple, but one that stated something like anything in here isn't worth your life or something like that, or you know what I mean. Anything on my property isn't worth your life, or whatever.
See now you were intended to shoot somebody.
No, but I can't say that I'm not going to be in fear for my life if my door gets kicked in by 3-4 individuals in the middle of the night. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, but that's what the prosecution's going to say.
Right. Yeah. So it's it's not good. So I just figured shit, So I didn't, I'd remove them and whatnot after learning that. So because I don't need any, whether you, just because you can doesn't always mean you should. I don't have, a rich politician father or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather avoid any extra or any more costly bullshit as I have to.
I agree with you. I agree that. Oh, Tactical Fud's in the chat now, and so is Chris from the 740.
What's up, guys? Damn, I could use Chris tomorrow.
What's happening tomorrow?
I just got one of them damn calls I hate to get where lady's got a problem with her sprayer on her kitchen sink, and now something about a tube in her toilet bowl. I don't, bullshit. I don't want to go. Chris can go take that one. I mean, sell her a new faucet, maybe new toilet guts, But man, I don't know. It's too bad he's too far away, man. I'd be referring shit to you right now because
Hey,
some stuff I just don't want to do.
Now I don't know how. I mean, this is going to go over wrong with the shooting community, but I'm saying it in jest, right? The place me and you should, where we should move to? Maryland. The governor signed in a ban in all Glocks.
Yeah, that's funny. I get what you mean. Yeah, we can get some shit over that one, but it's just funny, but not funny. Yeah.
It's the Glock joke, because we don't particularly like them,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Shady Hill, how you doing? So, so that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I just saw something come up, some feed on YouTube actually saying the governor just signed that bill into law. So, but of course, you know exactly what's going to happen. I bet you before the ink's even dry, all the 2A organizations are filing lawsuits and being unconstitutional.
Probably, and they should.
Yeah, they should. I think agree.
That's ridiculous. Granted, I'm not a Glock fan, but still, there's no reason a Glock's any different than
that's right.
a dozen other firearms.
If you want to waste your money, on a Glock, that is your right. I don't have to buy a Glock, but if you want to buy one, you go for it. That's what I say. Mind you, I mean, they're at Gen 6 now, ain't they? On Glocks.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I've lost count, but I mean, have they changed any, or is it still the same plain, horrible grip, lousy sights? You spend $600-$700 for it, then you spend another $400 getting it to like you want it. Well, you might as well spend $1,000 on a decent gun to start with.
Yeah, I think they did do some changes. I'm not up on all of it, but I know some of it was in regard to so you couldn't put a switch onto it to make it full auto or comparable. So I'm not sure, slight things, but I'm pretty sure, like willing to bet money, it still looks like a Glock. So
Chris from the 740 said the Gen 6 was a complete makeover. Did they change the angle of the grip? Because that had a funny angle and it felt weird in my hand. Then it had still had the plastic sights on it. They didn't even have ones that they had little white dots that didn't even glow. I said, I don't even pick up a Glock. I don't hardly ever look at them. But I was just thinking, wow, have they changed much? I might next time I'm in a gun store, I just might have to have a look at the latest one. see if it's any different.
See, now I'm wondering if that governor or mayor, whoever the hell did that, if they, they have stock in, say, SIG or something along those lines. Is there a reason they singled out Glock other than
I didn't
some
watch
criminal did something with one? I don't know.
I don't know. Didn't another state ban Glocks too? I think he just jumping on the bandwagon.
I've seen one supposedly was trying to ban assault rifles. I think they called it. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just curious. I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't publicly state, well, my husband's, owns so many shares of SIG, so we're gonna ban Glocks here. I'm sure they're not gonna publicly say it like that, but makes you wonder, what the real motive is behind that, because common sense wise, shit, there's a lot of guns people call Glock clones. Did they ban all those? Did they ban? I mean, there's so many tools that do the same job. I mean, why just Glock? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go out to next time I go to the gun store. I'm gonna have a look just to see as much has changed on it. But
I bet I know why.
Why?
Because they're batshit crazy. That's a simple reason.
Yeah. You got more money than sense buying a Glock, So, hey, Ron, how's it going? So, yeah. What was the other thing I was going to mention? Yeah, there was something in the courts. Was it about Florida? Was Supreme Court? I can't remember how it went. It was something to do with recognizing California and Washington states CD, what do you call it? Driver, truckers, because of that guy who drove in Florida and killed those people and he couldn't even read English.
Yeah, so CDL.
Yeah.
There's
some more where the Supreme Court said, I think they said Florida can do that or Florida can't do it. I can't remember now. But where I was going with this is somewhere in that, if you read between the lines, it's this might bring to a head. I'm going deep here, but somebody's going to file a lawsuit for this, and this might help the 2A in the long run to get national reciprocity, because it goes back to if I can, I can go drive in California on my Indiana driving license. So what we're saying. So we should be able to cross. We should be able to carry.
State line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I know. I just seen a thumbnail. Was it Guns and Gadgets or something saying Supreme Court ruled against national reciprocity. So I didn't watch it or anything, but yeah, but it's kind of honestly, like you were saying earlier about some of these shows, it's one of the things that kind of pisses me off. Like, I remember them saying like, "Oh, it's passed, we got it," all this stuff. Now it just got voted on and it's a no-go. Like, but yet you said it passed before. Like, why do these channels keep doing all this shit? It's like straight clickbait. They're trying to. The shit gets old. People get tired of watching it, and then you end up like Rick and I, and we just don't watch the shit no more.
Absolutely.
Like,
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it's another one. Is, as you said, what people seem to forget is if the House passes a law, right? That's all they've done is passed it through their chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to get through the Senate, then onto the president's desk before it becomes law. And what they're doing is just because, I mean, the House, I mean, it was the same thing with the Democrats. They passed all kinds of shit through the House, but because the Republicans controlled the Senate, none of it got voted on. So it never got so just because it passed the House doesn't mean it's law anymore.
Right, but that's the way they advertise it on all these damn videos. Like, oh, we just won, congratulations, thanks to so and so, all this shit, and then what? A few months later, nope, it's out the window. It's like,
the filibuster stopped and they couldn't get the 60 votes.
That's crazy, man.
So there you go. Oh, Chris said they say the new frame design that you do not notice the angle of the grip as bad now. But he says he thinks they're still using the crappy sights on the Glocks.
I wouldn't expect them to change their grip because that's just
I thought Chris was the
trademark.
Glock guy. Chris the Glock guy, or was that G23 the Glock guy? I know one of them was
G23, but but Chris knows his stuff though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying he doesn't know his stuff, but I'm just saying that I guess if G23 was here, he'd be praising the new latest edition. So.
I don't know. He kind of had a stick up his ass, I guess you could say, with Glock about some political stuff they were involved in a while back. So I don't know if he's back on the bandwagon, hosting the clubs again, or if he's still sitting on the sidelines. I'm not sure. He's bought a lot of Rugers and stuff lately too. So
well, Ruger Ruger bought out by Beretta?
Just recently, I believe. Was it Ruger? I don't think it was Ruger. I
think it was Ruger. Yeah, I think Beretta bought out, not totally bought them out 100%, but I think they had the majority of shares now. Beretta has.
Okay. Yeah, it might have been Ruger. All right.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they ain't much. I mean, they ain't much. We could talk about all this political stuff too. Like, there's very few. Most ammo is owned by foreign companies now. Yeah, it's made here in the United States still, but the actual company parent company is owned by a foreign company. So if they wanted to, they could cut us off, boom, and we'll be screwed. But there you go. Let's see. Chris says, I don't dislike them, but I only own one factory Glock, and I'm not rushing out to buy another one. They work, but there are many other guns I would rather have. Okay. Hey, that's like a high point. It works. Do I want a gun safe full of them? No. I don't even own one, but I'm thinking of buying one. Just to have one. I was thinking of using it as like a truck gun. If it gets stolen, it's you don't want no gun stolen because you don't know whose hands it gets in. But you know what I mean. If it gets damaged or the police have a wild hair up their ass and confiscated or whatever, it's no big loss.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking of. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get one of those too.
I think it's not a bad idea to have one in your collection if you're into guns, because worst come to worst, if anything ever goes bad, there's a lot of Glocks around, a lot of magazines, a lot of parts. It's not a bad tool. It might not be your flavor, your brand, but it's you can find stuff for it here.
Yeah. And there's some other you said there's some other makes of guns that will take the Glock mag and stuff, So yeah. Yeah, but problem is, if I bought a Glock, I have
granted,
one. I just can't let anybody know I got it.
I mean, you could be a holdout because I guess if things go bad and you're still there, that there'll be some around. So you know what I mean, that you might be able to acquire or pick up.
Like what's his name in the in that movie? If I want a rifle, I'll just pick one up off the dead soldier.
Yeah, well, in a sense, it's not really wrong in a sense either. So, but maybe you want to get some time in one ahead of time because in those situations, if you're probably way more likely to need it. So I don't know. There's different ways of looking at stuff, but
anyway, I tell you what, it's 10-8 already. Jesus. What you call it? I was going to do my shooting with disabilities section. And really, be honest with you, I only started looking it up. I forgot all about it. And I only started looking it up maybe 15, 20 minutes before the show started. So I don't have a lot here. But I was looking at targets, for people with disabilities. You got splatter targets for low vision. You got electronic acoustic systems for visually impaired targets. Then there's besides targets, then for shooting at targets, I've mentioned this before, you got the audible camera based system where they've even got a thing now where, like on your rifle, you can do it where, I said the camera, but you can even do it now where you put your cell phone up there where your sight is, and you look at your cell phone because it's a bigger screen, right? For you can get the crosshairs where you want it, and hit your target. So I thought that was pretty good, really. It got all kinds of, we've gone through a lot of this before, but it's just something that caught my eye. I was just thinking, what I want to get those personally myself. I think I've talked about it here. They make them. They look like. I think that's where they are. Is those clay pigeons? But they've got sort of like a small charge in them. When you hit them, it explodes, and sort of like a white sort of powder goes up when you hit them. I thought they would be kind of cool, especially back there behind it on our his shooting range, because it's out. You got out in the woods, and off the side you got all the trees and stuff. You could stick some of those on the trees, and you got pretty good fun, I think, shooting at those things. So, but I still want to buy my Tenorite though as well. I want to shoot that, but I don't know how the neighbor. Well, he ain't got any neighbors really. I mean, his closest neighbor is his cousin, and I mean, they're a good, 400 or 500 yards away. So then after that, there's another one the other side of the mountain he's on. But yeah, there's very few people out where he lives. It's all farmland, most of it. And he lives on side of the hill. So besides all his forest, all his trees grow on top of a hill or a rock, basically, because it's all rock back there behind him. So our backdrop that we shoot at is mainly a sort of like a rock wall, for lack of a better word, like a cliff. But they ain't big mountains to call it a cliff. But it's and there's a path through it that will take him up to the top, because his property is on the side of this hill. and he's got a path that runs around that would take it to the very top of it. You know, yeah, because he's got about 25 acres there. I said that's where our shooting range is, and I said where he wants to do the 300 yards I mentioned before is down, and where the 300-yard target would be, it's that stone cliff or rock right there behind it. So we got a backstop. It ain't going to hit no house, and nobody comes walking through there except for Bigfoot, maybe, you know. But nobody comes walking through there. I've never seen anybody. I lie. That path I told you around that goes around the top. The guy who lives on the other side can take it and come and visit, but he normally doesn't come without letting you know he's coming. You know, so normally, as he said this, what was it, last year or something, that if he hears shooting, he doesn't bother to come over. You know, just in case. You know.
Yep.
But,
yeah, it's always good. I find it good practice. You know, if you're shooting friend's property out in the woods, whatever. But you know, always be 100%, man. Always be 100. Have a backdrop. Do a walkthrough. Could be bums shacked up out there. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. People do stupid shit. So
yeah,
it's always good to just know that way. You know,
now talking about
you don't want to risk your freedom, your life, you know, your conscience on some dumb asshole that's just being nosy.
Yeah, you're right. This past winter, deer season, he had a couple of trail cams up the top of the mountain there because his son deer hunts on his property, right? And caught some other hunter on a trail cam on his property. As you're saying, I mean, it could be as you said, we always look around and make sure there's nobody. We can't see anybody in our thing there, you know, but you never know. But you do your best to cover all your bases, you know. But I said 90, and where that path is that runs up to the top, there's no, we don't have any targets over that side anyway. They're all on the other side where the big sort of like cliff backdrop is that we use, you know. So there we go. So anyway, that was about it on my. I went totally off topic on my shooting with disabilities, but I didn't have a lot to talk about to start with. But I said my bad for not all this time I've had because I haven't had a vehicle. I could have been looking this up, but I totally spaced out on it, you know. So there was something in here that I was looking at. I think no, it's gone. You know, I mean, like a lot of these targets here, it said, I mean, anybody can have like the self-healing targets. That's like those mannequins that you shoot at, and they you know, the bullet goes through them. You have to shoot thousands of bullets through them before it actually destroys it, because the bullet goes through and it just closes back up around the hole. I kind of like those ones myself, but I can't afford one. You know, so
yeah, those are cool, but they're probably a lot harder to tell if you actually hit.
Yes.
You know,
yeah,
that's tougher thing on that aspect. You might still want to throw some paper or something on it, you know, that way you can keep track of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Unless it's brand new, but after your first range trip with it, you know, who's to say it was from now or last time? So yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so that was it on my shooting with disabilities. As I said last week to anybody, if you got anything you want to bring up on this, email me, or if you want to come on the show and talk about it, let me know. I'll send you a link, with the shooting with disability side of things, and if anybody wants to come on here and just, BS with me and Rob here, come, you can do that too. So, anyway, there we go. It says I've been on for my hour. My hour is up, but I got a couple of minutes. We haven't even got to a lot of stuff. I haven't even done the quiz yet. Now don't forget the drawing is next week for the swag pack. And I got to apologize yet again. I still ain't sent a couple out there sitting here. I ain't got a car. That's my excuse this time. It's I need to put them in the car for when I go to the post office. I can mail them. Because what happens is I sit them here on the side. I'll go out and I'll totally forget all about them. Out of sight, out of mind. But so if they're in my passenger seat, I'll see them. So I'll stop and mail them. So my bad again. See, that's what's happening to the Second Amendment here on YouTube. It's falling apart, just like I am. So, just thought I'd mention that. I'm just, trying to save face, but I'm not doing it very well. Well, anyway, back to the thing. If you want anybody got any topics or they want to come on the show, just let me know. I don't have a problem with it. As long as you don't want to try to convince me the world is flat, we're good to go. And there's a couple of stipulations. The world isn't flat, and you're not a libtard. Basically, I think that's about the only criteria I have, really, I think. Of course, you can't be anti-gun either. But if you're a libtard, you're going to be anti-gun anyway. So, yeah. So there you go. Anyway, my quiz. The drawing is next Wednesday, the 3rd, because that's the first Wednesday of the month. And damn, this month, May is a long month, but it's gone by quick. So, well, it has for me anyway, except for this last 9 days because I haven't got a vehicle. But I don't know if everybody heard that story. I said it early on. Is I dropped my Blazer off at my cousin's because he's going to change the wheel bearings on it. And as of Monday, was it Monday or yesterday? Yesterday, I lose track of time. He hasn't even started on it yet. And this is the 9th day. But I know I'm the I'm the bad one here for not saying something to him, I guess. But it's family. What do you do? So I don't know. Put it this way, I'm going to start looking for somebody else to do my mechanical. But if I still had my truck, I wouldn't have this problem because that ran beautiful. Oh God. So there we go. Anyway, all right, gun quiz. All right, what I wanted to know: who was the youngest Medal of Honor recipient? That's part A. Part B, who is the, I want age and who it was. Besides the youngest one, I want to know who was the next youngest one. So there you go. Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com and or spottyrick@gmail.com. Now, the Medal of Honor was introduced during the Civil War. So that gives you a clue where to look for the first answer. And the one after that was in a different war. So that's the only clues I'm giving you. So we do the draw next week. So there you go. You enjoyed the show. I appreciate that, Chris. You know, I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to get back into the way it used to be to a certain degree with the shooting with disabilities thing and stuff like that, and trying to stay on the gun topic more. But I know we drift. But I am going to drift because it's in the title, Rick's Life as I See It. You know, so, and I see life different to everybody else, I think. You know, especially when I'm inside my own head, that is a dangerous place to be without adult supervision. So there you go. Anyway, with that, you got anything you need to add? Closing arguments or statements or anything there, New York Outcast?
Yes, I have a request for everybody out there. Okay, so now before I say this, I want to say, I get no kickbacks or any of this crap or whatever. I got no ties to it. This is purely for your taste buds. But if you like the Girl Scout cookies, Thin Mints, then you really got to try a chip wedge. And you may ask, what's a chip wedge? You look it up. They sell them, Thin Mint. It's like ice cream cookie. You got the mint ice cream. The edges are all dipped in nice chocolate chips, the good ones. You got to try them. You got to try them. Unfortunately, they're like tiny in my opinion, but get yourself a box, get your partner a box, especially Moo. Moo's out there, get your lady a box, Moo. So these are good. You can thank me later. And that's, for everybody. Treat yourself. Consider it a gift from me, even though you're paying for it. Go buy a box of chip witches. Let me know what you think next week. Other than that, eat a salad. Eat a salad, stay out of trouble, and don't take no shit. That's what I got for you.
Okay, real quick, if I can get it on the camera. That's the dog right there. Now, does that look like a Labrador or a pit bull?
Looks like trouble to me, Rick. Looks like trouble.
She's harmless. She's harmless.
Yeah. I would say black lab.
Yeah. Well,
it might be mixed with something there, but definitely more of a lab than a pit bull.
Yeah. But she's got she stands with her front legs. Now that she's 3 years old now. She stands with her, legs sort of like turned in like a pit bull does. She's got that barrel chest. She's as strong as an ox. God damn. I have trouble holding her. If I got to hold on to her, if somebody comes to the door. Because, she sounds vicious. You knock on the door, she starts barking. It's deep and rough, But soon, the only reason I hold on to her is she doesn't want to attack you. She wants to lick you to death. And you got to hold her back,
Yeah. A lot of people freak out.
Till you're over the fright, then I can let her go,
Yeah.
So.
Lots of dogs are like that. I think there's a big misunderstanding a lot of times with dogs for that reason. Yeah. Lots of dogs are really happy to see you, want to play, jump up. And then people that aren't dog people or whatever just, start screaming and run and turn into a chase game or something like that. Just freaking relax.
Then dog's going to chase you because you think you're going to play.
Yeah.
Then it, sort of like
crazy.
Flags you with its paws and you think you're under attack.
It's coming to lick you to death.
Yeah, talking about that, our UPS guy. we have a woman that comes here most days, you know, and the woman loves her. She lets her jump into her van and everything. She carries dog treats in her van and stuff.
Yeah.
She loves it. But today it was the guy, and he's an asshole. Like, had a package today, one package. She's outside. She's sitting in the driveway, just sitting there watching them, because she thought it was the lady because she recognized the van or the sound of it or whatever.
Yeah, get all excited. Yeah,
and she thought it was her, and it turns out the guy is, and so she's there. I mean, she wasn't doing anything. He wouldn't even. He didn't even get out of his seat. He threw the package onto the driveway and drove off.
Kicking shit.
Yeah.
It figures, it's sad. It figures. The girls, no problem. They're all friends and shit. The guy, he's chicken shit.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the guy might be a, piece of shit. So I think dogs got a pretty good way. Animals in general of sniffing good people versus bad people out. So.
That's right. People walk up and down, all day, exercising, doing their walking. The few people that live here, she won't do anything. But there's one old guy who walks up here. She goes ballistic. She doesn't chase him or anything. She'll just stand on the driveway.
But she's watching.
Right?
Yeah. I'm telling you, they got a sixth sense about shit. So
yeah.
I think that's true, man. You should pay attention to that. Yeah. Your dog's normally decent with people and acts funny to somebody at the door. Don't dismiss it. So.
Well, I agree with you. Anyway, with that, I'm going to call it quits. It's I appreciated everybody for being here. I got to go let the dog out. That's where I'm rushing it now. She wants to go out. So anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I really do. You don't know how much. I'll be back next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So with that, I want to say thanks again, and I'll see you all next week. So good night, everybody. Good night, Sabrina.
Get a